Schools are facing increasingly complex and ever-changing learning environments. The solutions that worked in the past no longer work. Leaders need to consider the nature of the problem as they are faced with both technical and adaptive challenges. To address complexities, they need to go beneath the surface to uncover the elements of the problem. Situational challenges are sometimes technical, where problems are easily identified and solved using expertise or through existing structures and procedures within the organization. Adaptive challenges, on the other hand, require leaders and followers to go deeper into understanding the problem. This is not easy because complex problems are not easily defined, nor are solutions readily accessible. Instead, leaders must encourage followers to define the problem and support them in implementing solutions. Problems are not easy to tackle and are often resisted because part of the solution involves getting people to change their values and behaviors. Sometimes challenges are both technical and adaptive in nature, where the problem may be defined, but the solutions can't be solved with current expertise and/or within the organizational system. In addition, leaders may be a resource in the support efforts. However, the followers are the ones driving the change. To gain clarity, adaptive leaders move from a participant within the group to an observer from the balcony. Leaders momentarily step outside of the situation to gain a clear understanding of group dynamics and the struggles they may be facing in an effort to support the followers in their work. Adaptive leaders determine the type of problem before deciding which approach to take, technical or adaptive. Northhouse warns that treating challenges with the wrong kind of leadership is maladaptive. He also explains that adaptive challenges are often value-laden and stir up people's emotions, requiring the leader to help others learn new ways of coping. Adaptive leaders recognize change is difficult and seek to help regulate distress by maintaining a productive level of stress. They do this by creating a holding environment where rules and procedures ensure people feel safe and multiple perspectives are valued. Leaders use their authority to guide the process of learning, unlearning through direction, protection, conflict management, and productive norms. They need to be sensitive to the personal distress of others to ensure the tensions don't impede progress. Leaders maintain disciplined attention by encouraging people to stay focused on the important work they are doing. They need to be aware of avoidance tendencies where people may ignore the problem or blame others, and nudge people to openly confront and address problems. Adaptive leaders are intentional about giving the work back to the people. It's about finding the right balance between the amount of direction people need to feel comfortable and the amount of freedom people need to have confidence and creativity in solving the problems on their own. Adaptive leaders also protect voices from below. They gain multiple perspectives by listening and being open to the ideas of others, and are particularly attuned to people who may be marginalized from the group. This allows minority voices to more fully engage in the adaptive work. Adaptive work takes place in a holding environment where people confront their problems. It is a safe, virtual, or real space where people freely share their beliefs and opinions. There is ongoing communication between the leader and followers throughout the adaptive work, but the changes are developed and implemented by the followers. In adaptive work, leaders do not control or have power over what the people are doing. Instead, the leader works with the people in a reciprocal and mutually influential relationship. Essentially, adaptive leaders help others learn to let go of outdated beliefs and practices so they can adapt and thrive in their new environment. Leaders do not presume to know the best way to address complex problems. Instead, adaptive leaders establish the conditions necessary to empower followers to work together to discover new ways to address problems and make positive steps forward.
According to Mahatma Gandhi, authentic leadership is about being congruent, being authentic, and being your true self. There is a focus on the leader. Authentic leaders genuinely desire to serve others through their leadership, and they lead with openness and honesty. They know themselves and lead from core values. They are guided by qualities of the heart, by passion and compassion, as they are the qualities of the mind. Authentic leaders are often influenced by significant life events which shape their moral position and lead to confident and resilient leadership. Authentic leaders have a real sense of purpose. They know what they are about and where they are going. They are inspired and intrinsically motivated to achieve their goals. They are passionate individuals who have an interest in what they are doing and care about their work. Authentic leaders understand their own values and behave towards others based on those values. As Bill George stated, authentic leaders know their true north, as they have a clear idea of who they are, where they are going, and what the right thing to do is. Authentic leaders open themselves up to establish trusting connections with others. They are willing to share their story and listen to others. There is a deep sense of trust and closeness between an authentic leader and followers. Authentic leaders demonstrate self-discipline and act on values. Authentic leaders are focused, determined, confident, and have energy to carry out the work according to their values. Authentic leaders are compassionate and act from the heart. They are able to open themselves to others and are willing to help them. The theoretical approach from social science literature first appeared in 2003 and extends the understanding of authentic transformational leadership. The theoretical approach focuses on authentic leadership as a personal development process rather than a set of characteristics. Self-awareness refers to the personal insights of the leader, whereby they understand themselves, including strengths and weaknesses, as well as their impact on others. Exhibiting strong moral reasoning, leaders use their internal moral standards and values to guide their behaviors rather than allowing outside pressures to control them. Balanced processing is also referred to as self-regulatory behavior, where an individual has the ability to be objective and explore other opinions before making a decision. And relational transparency refers to being open and honest in presenting their true self to others. Some examples of authentic leaders include Martin Luther King Jr., a prominent civil rights activist who provided a strong vision of the future he hoped to achieve. Eleanor Roosevelt, the First Lady who fought for equality and was instrumental in the development of the Universal Declaration of Human Rights in 1948. Nelson Mandela, who, when offered early release from prison, chose to remain in prison rather than renounce his position and compromise his beliefs. And our Canadian hero, Terry Fox, who affected the lives of millions of people around the world through his purpose, passion, and courage to raise awareness and money for cancer research.
Authentic and adaptive leadership do have their differences. Authentic leadership is focused on the leader and their leadership. It is characterized by strong ethics, has relational transparency, exhibits moral reasoning, and provides answers for those searching for good. On the other hand, adaptive leadership is focused on others, works to gain multiple perspectives, challenges the status quo, and mobilizes people to deal with complex problems.
Some similarities include that both leadership approaches are in the early stages of theoretical development, can be learned, help deal with conflicting values, serve people, are process-driven, and growth is often stimulated by internal or external events.